Felt really good, had all the coaches behind me, all the players believed in me. Was really confident in the game plan, prepared really well, so it felt really good though.
What was the message from Harbaugh after the game?
A win is a win. We played well, but the execution's got to be better, and he told me it's a good win. It's a good first taste of college football, but we got to keep getting better.
When you saw that Max was wearing the Drake Lindsey Gopher jersey on the sideline, what did that mean to you, and what did Max have to say today?
Yeah, he told me he was going to wear it. We went to dinner last Saturday. He told me he was going to wear it, which was pretty cool. He's awesome, man. But it meant a lot that he was here and got to witness my first start, so that was awesome.
Can you take us through your touchdown pass at Jalen?
Jalen, yeah. So I did the return motion with the tight end. Saw their pressure that they were bringing all night. Alerted the O-line to it. DT had a great pickup. Dylan Ray got the end by me, and then I just stepped up, and he was right in my vision. They were just playing hot coverage behind it, and he was wide open, so I just had to give him a good ball, and then he did the rest.
Have you ever had an interception go off the bottom side of a cleat before?
I have not. That was a wild experience. Great play by the guy, but I mean, I've never seen something like that. It's a wild experience when that happens to you, when it's something that's you never expect things like that to happen. So just gotta keep the ball out of harm's way.
How do you shake that off or shake off like the drops or adversity that come throughout the game and maintain composure, especially your first start here and everything like that? How do you stay calm, cool, and collected?
I think you have to as the quarterback. Everybody's always looking to you. You got to have good command of the offense, and I thought I did a great job of that tonight. Didn't get a few fourth downs, missed on those that we got to clean up and get those. But I thought overall the offense did a great job. We just got to keep getting better. And I mean, shout out the defense; they played a heck of a game.
What did it mean for you guys to see you put together a 14, 15, 16 play drive there at the end after last season? That was one of the issues.
Yeah, that was unreal. I don't know if I've ever experienced or seen a 10-minute, 4-minute drive. Because I looked up at the clock right when we stepped in the huddle, and I was like, hey, guys, let's end the game on offense. And when I said it, I was like, I'm delusional, like how we talk about in our program. But it was like a good delusional, and everybody, it was one play at a time, man. And the O-line really, that's a shout-out to the O-line, Coach Callahan, the running backs, tight ends, receivers. They blocked their butt off, and that's really big time. That's a great way to finish the game. So.
Drake, Buffalo threw a lot of different things at you tonight, maybe that you guys weren't anticipating. What helped you adjust so fast in game?
I think it's the constant communication with Coach Harbaugh and Keegan. They're constantly talking to me when I come off on the sideline. We weren't expecting a lot of the stuff they threw at us, and that defense coordinator did a great job. There wasn't really anything that I saw on tape that they did tonight. Everything was completely different. Their pressure tendencies, they didn't pressure at all last year, and they pressured a lot tonight. So I wasn't expecting that, but you got to react and trust on your playmakers and trust on your offensive line and running backs. So it's just constant adapting and continuing to get better for sure.
How important was Javon Tracy's catch breaking all those tackles?
Yeah, that was an awesome start to the second half. When Harbaugh called that play, that concept worked for us previously to him, the same exact play. And when he was getting through there, I thought he was tackled, and then he spit out. And when you watch his Miami tape, Miami of Ohio, he was doing the same stuff there. He's an unreal playmaker. We just got to keep getting him the ball and let him get in space.
This is your first start, big win. What is the thing you'll remember most about this game day when you look back?
I think just the overall poise our offense had going into the first game. I think a lot of teams can get kind of jittery and be uptight, and I thought we did a really good job, and Harbaugh had a really good message yesterday to the team, to the offense, and I think we came out really ready to play and really prepared, but we just got to keep getting better and change our best.
You got the ball to Coy right away.
Yeah.
What did he bring to that your offense when he was in there?
Yeah, you can definitely feel a little spark when he's in the huddle. Seeing number 3, he's a playmaker. We got to continue to get him involved, and he's going to do special things, and he's a special playmaker.
What was the message to Jalen Smith? He had a couple early drops, but you obviously connected him for a long touchdown.
Yeah, I think you can't ever bring someone down too much. Drops are going to happen. I'm going to miss a throw. Someone's going to miss protection. Mistakes are going to happen. It's bound to happen in this league, and it's just an encouraging, serious talk. Like telling him, hey, I'm going to keep throwing the ball his way, and he's going to make that catch next time. Kind of communicating that to him, and it was his first start, and it's my first start. So I think it's going to be a great connection that we build, and he's a tremendous playmaker. So just got to keep getting him involved.
Drake, now that it's all over, especially your first game,
Yeah.
when you just think back, and I know it just ended, but when you think back, how do you feel like you went through the reads, felt the speed of the game, adjusted at this level of speed? Just how did it all kind of process for you?
I would say it felt really natural. I would say one of the things that God blessed me with from high school. It always felt really just natural for me to go out there and just relax and play easy. And I think that's a blessing to my parents, my family, but also God. There's not many things you can teach you, just be relaxed. And I got to watch Max last year do that, and it's a blessing to be able to have that. And I think constant preparation helps me with that, knowing exactly going into the game what I think their defense is going to do and what they do, and then adjusting to that on the fly. But and trusting your playmakers and your offensive line. I think I have one of the best offensive lines in the Big Ten and in the country, and just got to keep building them up, and they're going to keep making plays.
Any more for Drake? All right. Thank you, Drake.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Message from Danny coming in tonight, because it seemed like from the opening series, physicality on the defensive line was something that seemed emphasized.
Yeah, we went into the game, we were going to play a full game, 60 minutes of violent football, and that was our goal, attack every rep and be as violent as we can, and yeah.
That's in our DNA. That's what we need. Our defense, havoc defense, So, again, like Deven said, 6 minutes of hell. So that's what we planned on doing, and we executed.
What did you see on that first third down where you pressed the left tackle into the lap, and what's the celebration we got going on now?
I was just super thankful that I got the sack. Pass rushing at University of Minnesota is a privilege. So every single pass rush that I get, I'm just so grateful and happy that I can just pass rush the way I can. I got people around me. I got safeties. I got DBs that can cover for days. And I got D linemen that can also hold and cage quarterback. So again, I was just thankful that I got home. I was happy. It's football. It's fun.
You guys are two veterans. How is Danny different than previous coordinators and the way he goes about things on game day?
I would say the FBI, football intelligence, he definitely makes us learn a lot more about what's happening on the back end. It makes us better players to go into the NFL. And definitely, being a young guy, knowing, if you're a D lineman and knowing what's going on in the back end, oh, yeah, I can do some extra stuff with that. So, again, just having the football intelligence of knowing what's going on all over the field, and, even on the offensive side, knowing what the wide receiver is going to do. If I can check his split as a defensive end, see a split that I can, he's going to come crack me. So he's going to come crack down on me. That's really special to have.
Yeah, not only the football intelligence, but he does a really good job bringing the energy. We want to go out there and we want to play for Danny Collins. He brought in the havoc defense, and that's one thing we've been harping on a lot. So.
Buffalo got the lead down to 13-10 and then got the ball back. What was the message out there for you guys when that happened?
Just respond. That's how Minnesota is. You just got to respond. Adversity is going to happen, but you just have to respond from that and change your best. So that's all that we really do is in our DNA. It's response.
It's always going to be that bad play. You can't play a perfect game, but it's about how you play the next play and how you respond from the negativity. So.
There were ebbs and flows in the game. You guys just kind of kept chipping away. What does that say? How does it epitomize the mentality overall of this team and the mindset?
We're just hard workers. We bring our lunch pails to work every single day, and some games might not be the prettiest, but we'll be there. And again, we brought our lunch pail to work, and we're just gonna go work every single play, every single day.
Yeah, and regardless if we're up or not, the goal is every play havoc defense. So we're gonna bring it whether we're down or we're winning or whatever's going on the field.
What was your reaction from the defense when Darius Taylor makes that touchdown saving?
He's a great player. The offense is a great offense. They're out there eating the clock up. It keeps us off the field. It keeps us healthy. It gets us our energy back. So those boys do a really good job what they do, and I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah, that last 9 minutes was crazy. Shout out to the offense. Those O linemen, that's 9 minutes of straight inside zone stretch. That's hard to do, and that's really special. That's RTV, run the ball. So love that.
as Buffalo was 1 of 11 on third down, what is perhaps in your mind the key to playing good third down defense to prevent them from extending drives the way they were able to do tonight?
Just working together. Defense, the D-line has to work with the back coverage, and the back coverage has to work with the D-line, and then everybody in between. And at the end of the day, that's what's really special about this team. We're so connected that we know what's going on. I can look at Mav or Kerry Brown and hey, get home, and he's going to cover for days. So, again, I've been harping on it like the whole entire offseason about how connected this team is, and it just shows on the field, and it's fun. Real.
Any more?
First games are a bit of a challenge, just to get ready for because there's a lot of unknowns. How impressive is it to just see the coaching staff be able to identify what's going on, communicate the changes, and then you guys implement it fast?
I mean, yeah, we got really good coaches here, and not only can they do stuff like that, but we had a really good game plan as well. So just showing up, doing my job, being violent, bringing that havoc defense, and then when I'm being coached, responding from the coach, we're coaching, there's never no gray area with our coaches. They tell me one thing, I trust them, and I'm going to do it, and they're going to trust me to do it. So.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.